Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work in your business, something invisible is holding you back? My loves, this feeling is pretty common and it's not due to a lack of strategy. It could be your limiting beliefs. I am so happy you're here today because we are deep diving into how your subconscious beliefs shape your business. Welcome to Ambitious and Aligned with Sabrina Christine. That's me. And here we talk about how to set yourself up for success, how to take your ambitions and become aligned so you can build the dream life that you deserve. We're going to talk about how to spot what is keeping you stuck and, most importantly, how to shift them so that you can finally step into alignment and success. When I first started my business, I felt a huge wall in front of me that left me afraid to take clients, to study and grow my craft. It left me stuck in the same place for months. Subconsciously, I felt like my work was not good enough. However, I refused to take clients, to gain feedback and get better. Crippling beliefs were the foundation to my daily routine, which left me stressed, depressed. I had a huge resistance I could feel in my chest. Why? Because I knew that I was made for more. I thought if I was only as good as the next artist, I would then put myself out there more. But no, I learned that's not how it works. Suddenly, something inside of me switched. I was able to take life-changing action steps, completely transformed myself and my life for the better. If you have been wanting to take a step forward in your business or creating your dream life, but you feel an invisible shield holding you back, stick around because we are going to break through this together. First, let's talk about what the fuzzuki are limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is a subconscious story we tell ourselves about what's possible or impossible. These are often shaped by experiences, society, or fear. Some examples of limiting beliefs that could be holding your business back are feeling like you're not good enough to take on clients, feeling like you're not ready to start this business or this step towards a new life, feeling like if you are successful, you'll have so much work to do, you will burn out and not be able to handle it. Feeling like people will not pay you for something that you love doing. Work should be something hard and stressful. Feeling like the business you want to create is just a hobby and you shouldn't get paid for it. Okay, so why does this even matter? You might say, I don't need your crystals, your sage, your kumbaya. I'm trying to start a business. I need strategy. I need to get to the bag. Well, slow down, baby. And by the way, there are creators out there that think infusing spirituality into your business is literally just crystals and sage and magical power. They are mocking true spirituality because they don't know. They don't understand how it feels to be a truly spiritual being. If you're a spiritual being, it will be infused in everything you do. It is important to learn how to infuse that spirituality into your business. If you're a spiritual person and you try to keep your business and spirituality completely separate, you might feel like there's a resistance. That is because it is meant to be at the forefront. You have probably bought all of the courses you see online, sought a mentor to help you one-on-one coaching with your strategy. You have all of the steps, all of the directions, all of the preparation, and you're still not running your dream empire because something is missing. And what is missing is truly the essence of you, truly the awareness and the energetic work on bringing yourself and your craft out there. These beliefs operate below the surface and it greatly influences our actions, our decisions, and even the energy we put out into the world and into our business. Now let's talk about how to identify those beliefs that could be holding you back. First, we start with self-awareness. Ask yourself, where do I feel stuck in my business? What step am I afraid to take? What am I procrastinating on? What thoughts come up when I think about taking clients, showing up online, telling people that I'm opening a business, that I'm starting a service, that I have offers? What are some unkind words that pop into my head about myself that may or may not have to do with business? Take that as a journaling exercise. Write these things down. Familiarize yourself with the program that is running just beneath the surface. These are thoughts we normally don't pay too much attention to, but they are subconsciously running on our mind from a day to day. Imagine falling asleep with the TV on and a scary movie starts playing. You kind of hear the dialogue, maybe even the intensifying music. Sometimes it can even influence the dream you're having. Or you might wake up with heart palpitations, feeling stressed. You didn't choose the scary movie to fall asleep to. The same thing goes on with your underlying thoughts. You see, when we're going on and about our daily lives, working on our career, interacting with others, you turn off a little bit of your awareness and your ego steps into play. Your ego is what helps you work on your career, go to work, take care of people around you, take care of your hygiene, etc. While that side of you, that conscious aspect of you, is helping you accomplish things that are normal in our human lives, our subconscious program is still playing in the background. You're not purposely thinking negative thoughts about yourself. You didn't wake up that morning and say, I'm gonna tell myself that I suck today. I'm gonna tell myself I'm bad at what I do all day. No, you don't choose that. However, you might notice that your work didn't exude a super happy response from your client. You might notice your best friend isn't overly excited to see you today. You are not purposely saying, wow, something's wrong with me. You may have a belief of, man, I didn't do so good today, but you keep moving on. Those little thoughts build up and they end up turning into beliefs about yourself that may not come together as words. You might not wake up and think, man, I'm just not good enough. But you might hold yourself back from taking actionable steps because your underlying belief is like, well, it's not going to be good enough anyway. And even if you don't directly think those thoughts, you're like, I'll do it later. I'll create content when I'm feeling myself. I'll wait till I'm on a high and, everything's going great in life before I start taking clients. My loves, this is how your limiting beliefs can affect your daily life. They can affect starting your dream life and your business without you even realizing. Some of these limiting beliefs are not even placed by your direct experiences. Sometimes they are placed there by society, by things that you see online, by experiences that other people have had. You want to be aware of these thoughts when they come up so you can switch the channel before you believe it. You might even want to turn off the TV while you're getting ready to make your big move. As you're becoming aware of your subconscious, potentially limiting beliefs, here's a journal exercise that can help you identify and work through them. You'll want to journal, what do I believe about success? What does success look like? What do I believe about money? What's my story about money? How do I feel about the ability to create the life I want? Now, if you're still not believing this limiting beliefs mumbo jumbo, let's go over signs that you still have some underlying gunk that needs to be plucked out in order to get you to the next level of your success. Some signs of having limiting beliefs that might not have words to them are procrastination, self-sabotage, underpricing your work or even performing too much free work, feeling unworthy or having a fear of failure that is crippling and holding you back from even getting started, or having a fear of rejection. You might already have your business running, wanting to grow and go to the next level, but you are attracting clients that reinforce fears that you have. You suddenly have a little batch of clients that are unhappy, not following your policies and procedures. Clients might be inconsistent with coming to you for your services. Or when you think about success, you think about how that would look on another person. You would think that success would be for a person that looks like that, something other than you. The same with earning a high income. Oh, a person who earns $20,000 a month, they don't look like me, they look like that. Person who gets multiple six figures a month, they don't act like me, they don't have a life like me, they have a life like that. It's extraordinary. I wouldn't know how to handle that money. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I wouldn't know how to organize having a high income. I only make a certain amount of money a day. I can't imagine making 4 times the amount I make in a day. Or if you find yourself judging people who do earn a high income or have the success. But you know what? It's okay that these things go on. These thoughts happen. You want to know why? Because it's human nature. We are wired to believe what is right in front of us. And in order to create a business, create a dream life from almost nothing. If you don't have real life examples right in front of you, you don't see a real life person in front of you who went from nothing to something extraordinary, our brain is wired to only believe what we see. And we want to break out of that cycle. You want to break the cycle of these underlying mucky, gunky energy that's lying beneath the surface in order to create, if you are feeling stuck and you want to create a better life for yourself. Okay, let's talk about how to work with and transform your limiting beliefs into something that can actually help you. The first step, which we talked about, is awareness. You're going to locate those beliefs, locate those little patterns, those thought patterns, those routine patterns of procrastination or self-sabotage. You're going to locate them. You're going to point them out. You're going to say, I see you. You're going to pull it out. You're going to pull out the roots and everything. Number 2, you're going to divert and reframe it. For example, you're going to take the thought of, I'm not good enough. In whichever way, whatever words that comes up, you're going to divert it to, I bring unique value. I'm always giving unique value and I am appreciated for my work. Step 3 is a little hefty. You're going to embody your new belief system. You're going to grow into and feed that energy of being that person who has that dream life, who has those dream clients, who has the dream business. You're going to change your limiting beliefs into affirming thoughts, positively affirming you, yourself, your work, your craft, your actions, and your business. Affirmations such as, I am strong and powerful. I create beautiful art. People value the art that I bring. I help improve people's lives with my work. You're going to take aligned action. You're going to make sure that as you start creating these services, you are pricing them accordingly. You are posting confidently. You're telling yourself you're that girl. You're walking around feeling like that girl. Walking around as if you already have the successful, thriving business and the lifestyle that you desire. 5 years ago, I was walking around telling myself in my head, I am a successful lash artist. Before I even had a secure clientele, I was still practicing my craft. My hands were literally shaking as I was working on clients. However, I continued to tell myself, I am a successful lash artist. People love my work. And guess what? It didn't take too long before I made it into that spot. And that's because I told myself I was a fully successful lash artist before I could even hold the tweezers straight. In doing this, you invite the universe to co-create with you. Your energy has shifted. You are feeling delicious and sexy and successful as the new you fill in the blank in town. In conclusion, if you take one thing from this training, it is that your business, your dream life is an extension of who you are from the inside. When you do the inner work, everything shifts. Things start to flow a little bit easier. The more aligned your beliefs, the more aligned your results. If you have been working on your limiting beliefs and you just need a little bit more support, you'd like some one-on-one mentorship, you can find the link to get that started in the description below. Together, we will identify the beliefs, how they show up in your life, whether outwardly or a little discreetly, and you will receive a personalized strategy to unlock that door and get to the other side. If you found this video helpful, tell me what limiting belief you have recently overcome or that you're working on now. Make sure that you're subscribed to bring more videos like this. My name is Sabrina. I'm so happy to have had you here today. Until next time, make sure to set yourself up for success. Bye.